I find it stressful. Yeah.
What's the motivation for you for this stuff now?
Sorry?
What's the motivation for pushing, like Ollie just said it, like pushing the limits?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Because I don't know how to answer that really, because I just feel like I wanted to do it just for myself, just to.
Is it really? Yeah.
Just.
That's even more impressive, dude.
Well, for myself, I'm still like. I'm not going to lie in saying that I want to put it on Instagram and it do well. And when I say do well, I like get views and whatever. You're obviously doing it for that, because that's I'm afraid what we're paid to do. Yes. Really.
Yeah.
And but ultimately, I just got it in my head, and I just wanted to do it, and then it just got crazily out of control. And then, obviously, thanks to DeWalt and Monster, it became a reality. And then that's the line. But
so there's other things as well. We'll do a bit more BTS before we move on to Rampage chat.
Please.
The DeWalt kicker onto the top of the Oblivion treehouse.
Yeah.
Okay. The DeWalt kicker up is
Oblivion treehouse.
How tall is it?
3 meters.
So it's a 3 meter kicker.
Yeah.
It's a very big kicker, and it's going up onto a 9 meter platform. It's very, very, very high.
What's the calculations in that? How did you figure that out?
Eyed it.
Lad science.
Eyed it, but we made the 3 meter kicker. Like normally with a jump that big, you'd have like quite a flat spot at the end. Like maybe like the last 500 mil.
Yeah.
Would be flat, so it'd have a constant radius and then flat at the top, for like doing tricks, or then like your bike's more settled at the top. But we made it a constant radius up because I just wanted to jump. I never jumped directly up onto anything ever,
other than the rock.
Other than the rock, yeah,
which had a constant radius, didn't it?
Yeah, other than the rock, yeah.
Okay.
So we just sort of did a bit of guessing, a bit of lad science, and actually then it just eyed it, and it looked good. It looked good, and then.
Good.
Right, so then it comes to sort of like a Wednesday afternoon. No one's really around. Ollie, can you come up to the treehouse? Yeah, all right, yeah. So it's just 2 blokes. Oh, we are actually blokes now,
elderly
aren't we? Blokes. I don't want to. But yeah, so we're 2 blokes, and we're just we're in this woodland. It's private land. There's no one there. It's private land. We're just knocking about, having like quite a normal chat, probably. How the girls doing at school, whatever.
Yeah.
Just 2 blokes, and then one of the blokes puts a helmet on, heads up to top. He's parked his car at the top. And then the other bloke has to go in the treehouse and like wrap his leg around a ladder
and a rope,
and then has to tie a rope on the other end in case his mate overshoots the treehouse. Like it's just so, and it's just the 2 of us, which is actually, thinking about it, stupid. But then that's how it's always been anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not like
that's YouTube and YouTube. I feel
Yeah.
like,
yeah, and it's not like you can say, oh, it's like you should have had the health and safety. You should have had
St. John's.
Don't even know. Yeah, you should have had some sort of kind of
you don't want them there.
ambulance there, but I don't know. It's how you've always done everything.
Then you remember you were on top. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I was up on top of the thing, and then it started raining.
Oh,
and the problem with wood.
Yeah. So it started raining. I was just envisaging jumping up on top and just breaking, flying off. Because if you went off the other side, you'd go a lot where you'd go. It'd be horrific.
And the timber's not rough cut on the top of the Oblivion treehouse, so it's all treated. So as soon as you just get a drop on it, it's like it's horrible.
So then we decided to.
It was another Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, the same day.
Oh, was it?
The same day. We're like, this is crazy. Let's just go do some laps at Rowgate.
Oh yeah.
So we whipped down Rowgate. Did like 3 or 4 rounds. Ollie got a puncture.
Oh yeah. And then you were like, should we go back up?
And then we were like, the sun's come out now. Should we just get this done? Like, yeah, might as well. Yeah. then I jumped up onto the top twice.
right.
Just me and Ollie. So I knew it was possible.
How many full runs have you done in total now?
I've done 2 full runs.
Wow. Yeah.
I did one where I jumped up on and I nearly jumped off the side of the top. And then
that's actually insanely close, by the
Yeah.
way. There's a 4x2 running along the side of the Oblivion treehouse. It's annoying me saying that every time.
It's good though.
And the tyres were actually on top. One of the rear wheel was
Yeah.
it was on top of the.
would have been just a death really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not much nice down
No.
there. It looks like quite nice woodlands, but it's coppiced, so it's just
Yeah.
littered with stumps and
Yeah.
like those like
Yeah.
Not fun.
no.
So I knew I could get onto it, and then
And it's 35 foot high.
yeah, and then but like our science work, I went full speed, as fast as I can go, because hitting a ramp that big at full speed just feels that you're going to jump out, like it feels like you're going to Lemoyne it over the whole thing. But you just have to like trust the process, trust your head, really think that you are jumping 4.5, 5 meters out the top of a lip.
Yeah.
Which, if you think in normal money, when you're doing that, even at Darkfest, there's like some jumps you don't go 5 meters at the top of a lip.
Yeah.
Well, you do there, but you know what I mean. Like you have to go fast.
Yeah.
So I had to use all my powers not to put my brakes on before hitting the lip. And the first time, do you remember? It just went.
Oh,
And
it's
just
so
like
nice.
greased. Yeah.
And like you lose all forwards momentum,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I think is also a worry.
Yeah.
You don't know how much of your forward speed you're going to lose. You can eye it up and approximately
Yeah.
think, oh, it looks like it, but you still don't really know until it happens, do
Yeah.
you?
So we did that twice, and then we went back to the day we did it. There was just so many things to do, and I spent like half a day the day before in the pit, like clearing it all out. It's up to my wellies in water, sump pump in there. Oh, it's just effing nightmare. Like it's really, really boring and long, and I'm just so happy to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we've got a POV clip, an FPV clip, and then just like a bundle of cool pictures and moments, really, and then a long form how we built it YouTube video with the video at the end.
Okay. So it's going to live on your channel.
Yeah, it'll live on my channel.
live on
Yeah,
your
so
channel.
like it'll
We'll put
be
a link in the show description.
Yeah, it'll be just the long form will be on my YouTube, and then the rest is just on my Instagram.
So if you're listening to it, basically go follow you, Monster Energy, and
DeWalt UK.
there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Amazing. Do you think you're like, how do you word it? Like these moments.
You think
are
I'm a
becoming-
loser? Yeah. A weird loser? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a loser, man. It's
No,
good.
like these moments seem to be becoming more of a thing for athletes, especially more free ride focused or whatever. I'm trying to think how to word it, but like there's been a few, aren't there? They'd be like, God's Train is one that springs to mind.
Obviously, that I think is one of the best. That's unbelievable.
Ackerman's flip on the moto over the bridge. Like that, these are just these like
What's the last one?
Luke Ackerman's flip on the moto.
Moto bloke did it on the M1. No, it was the M25,
Yep,
I think.
yeah,
The speed camera on the M25 near Chertsey.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Where
the
he nearly
M20.
lands off the edge of the thing.
It wouldn't be going that fast
Yeah.
if it was
Oh
on the
my
M25,
God.
would it? He just fucking sat there.
Bragi's
Static.
line.
Bragi's line. It seems becoming more of a thing that there's just these.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm just doing like a way crapper version of all of that, really.
Not really. Not really.
Where it's like
I'm trying to think of
just
other
like-
ones
but the
with different
thing
energy
with-
drink
The
sponsors
thing
as
with
well.
me is like
But-
it's like all of those things you mentioned are hugely high budget. Bragi's line.
Yeah.
I don't know any monetary amounts, but you know what time and effort goes into them. I never did that. I never did that because I almost, by not having the big budgets, means it puts a bit less pressure on you.
Yeah.
So I mean, DeWalt gave us $5,000 towards it,
Yeah.
which should have covered the wood and stuff.
When you put that into context, it's like so small.
No, I
compared-
know,
like you
yeah,
said,
but that's
some of these
but that's
big
my
projects.
that's self-inflicted because it's just like I've given them a last minute. They've been so good to do it. To give them a last minute idea. Let's do this. We can get you some cool pictures, some cool videos. You can collaborate on the post. They're like, yeah, wicked, that's cool, Brendan.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've gone hugely over. So then I told Monster, and Monster's like, yeah, let's get in on this. This will be a sick one. Let's help out. So then now Monster come in, they can help out. Like we can get a cool FPV shot of it. This, that, and the other. But what I'm trying to say is that respect to those boys for doing those. Like Godsey's train project is just an unbelievable. It's like when we're talking around now and you got Red Bull, Prada, whoever else, and they're like, let's do this. And as an athlete, you want to stoke everyone out, and all your sponsors, you're like, yeah, let's do this. That'd be a cool idea. Unbelievable. Let's do it. And then it suddenly comes real. Then they're all like, yeah, let's do it. And it all comes real. Then you're just shitting yourself as an athlete. 'Cause you're just like, oh my God. And that's all come down to one. There's so many moving parts and money on the line.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to get a train. You've got to, like, all that ply and someone build that skate park on a train line. You got to get filmers. You got to get.
And the trouble is, it really has to be both people, because you have to. It has to be on your terms, because you've actually got a ride off it.
Yeah.
So then you know how much everything's costing.
Chris Kyle has also done loads of big
the F1 car.
projects.
I know,
the F1 car, the ramp alone costs 16 grand.
Yeah.
Imagine just being like, imagine how much harder it is to then go, I don't really want to do this.
Yeah.
When you know that you know how much everything costs. It's so horrible.
Yeah, so I think that's probably me, with the exception of Death Grip 2 and 1, which is like hugely planned and budgeted before, because it has to be. But why I wanted to do this one is just I wanted to take the pressure off myself, really. So it was a bit of a last minute thing. DeWalt came in, Monster came in, it all got done like a bit. And I quite like that, because it's not there wasn't huge deliverables, which I've really put on myself my whole career. So I wanted a bit of like YOLO-ness. Yeah. So
can see that.
So but it's a fun one. I hope people like it. It's
so I guess going back to what I originally said about what motivates you, it's balls in your court.
Yeah, and
you can push yourself if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think I need to every now and again, just for
dads at school.
Just tell the dads at school, yeah.
Show them, really.
I might ask the landowner of where my new one is, just to see if I can keep it there to show the dads.
Do tours. Get the school bus to go that way.
Mate, you do. I've got a way smaller experience of that, but I do feel like I know exactly what you mean. And then if you think about at the other end of the spectrum, there's like the live stream Robbie Madison ones.
Exactly that, yeah. Unbelievable.
That's the gnarliest version of it can be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cams Inc. did the record-breaking backflip.
Yeah.
There's nothing gnarlier than that. It's live TV. That's all of the preparation, all of the build-up. It's horrific, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Who just what's the freestyle motor guy? Just did the Eddie, what's Evil Knievel jump? Can't remember his name. Colby Raha just did one like live CNBC.
I mean,
like what?
Yeah.
The thing is, does it add anything to it apart from put more pressure on you? People are gonna doing it.
So
in
true.
This day and age, I don't think it adds anything really. I think you just rather do it behind the scenes.
Let YouTube do it.
And then you can control when you put it out and how you put it out.
Yeah.
Because in actual fact, if it goes wrong,
it's not a very good piece of marketing, really, is it?
It's actually savage, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, even if it ends in like best case scenario, knockout and a broken scaphoid.
Yeah.
It's still not really a success, is it?
Yeah. Years ago, I wanted to try to do a distance world record. Only briefly, I thought about it.
I've got that.
Same.
And then I went to Darkfest with Sam and sort of got humbled a little bit.
I think that's a good one for you.
And that's coming from the guy who's fucking
I thought about it a lot.
This.
What are you doing it?
So it's a long story.
It's the birth of this podcast,
So
dude.
You wanted to do
Okay. Hey, man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, lovely.
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
So they can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.